So, recently got the Model 100 from Sweyd, a Swedish brand founded in 2016, offering minimalist, made in Italy sneakers using premium materials, yada yada yada. Pretty sure you've already had the same pitch many times if you're in the market for minimalist sneakers, so I'll spare you the cliches. Anyway, Sweyd has always been on my radar, but I wasn't in a hurry to get them because I knew they'd eventually have an archive sale, which they did a few weeks back, so finally pulled the trigger on this for only about 78 USD, down from 228 USD. Okay, before we get to the review, keep in mind that these sneakers have some flaws, which I'll get to later, but whether this is the reason for the massive discount, or if it's in fact an accurate reflection of their quality and the sale is to simply help to clear their inventory, I wouldn't know, so take this video with a grain of salt. Okay, first up, the packaging. It comes with a solid shoebox, care instructions, 2 dust bags, and an extra set of laces. All in all, pretty standard for a premium sneaker brand. First impression of the Model 100 is that it looks like an elevated take on the Nike Blazer, minus the logo. Well, technically, the logo is on the tongue, but it's so subtle it's practically not there. Anyway, the sneaker sports a sleek, basketball-inspired silhouette featuring wax Italian suede uppers. Sweyd calls this color seaweed, but depending on the light, it can appear to have a rich, dark green hue, or black, and sometimes even dark grey. It definitely has an alluring quality to it, and I sometimes catch myself admiring it when I'm on the bus or a train. Totally not weird. The rougher finish on this feels almost like nubuck, so it's a bit more rugged than typical velvety suedes, but still comes across as elegant due to its slim profile. Also, the wax finish provides some protection from water, which comes in handy when there's a sudden downpour. That's it for something marketed as being premium. The QC on this is lacking. The raw edges on the leather lining where it meets the uppers don't have the most consistent paint job, and you can see some brown showing at certain angles. But yeah, that's kinda nitpicking. The back seam on the left shoe though is definitely unacceptable. It's slanted, not perpendicular like on the right shoe, but as far as I can tell, there's no difference in comfort. The stitches are also generally neat. Some loose threads here and there, but in my opinion, not something to fret over. Next, the shoelaces, which for once aren't too long. The eglets, however, are short. Not that it's a bad thing, I've just never seen them so short before. If anything, it makes it easier to remove the laces. Moving on to the interior, the calf leather lining feels smooth and luxurious. I've been wearing these for the past few weeks and so far they haven't squeaked, so fingers crossed they'll stay that way. Then again, all my other minimalist sneakers eventually squeaked, so won't be surprised if these eventually do in a few months. There's minimal if not no padding around the shoe, just the way I like my minimal sneakers, save for some padding at the back of the collar. The heel also isn't the stiffest, so the heel counter inside, if any, is probably not veg tan, if that matters to you. Okay, next, the insole. It's got a layer of leather which feels nice on the skin if you ever go sockless, not that I would recommend it, and a layer of foam that isn't particularly squishy. The insole is removable, and interestingly, the shoe has a strobo construction. Most premium sneakers are board-lasted, so not sure why Sweyd went with the strobo stitch, but I'm guessing it's probably to make the shoe more flexible and comfy right out of the box. Like many sneakers in this category, the Model 100 features a durable magum sole and a sidewall stitch. It has 4 stitches per inch compared to 3.5 on my CQP. Doesn't sound like much of a difference, and it really isn't, but details like this add a bit more visual refinement, and I'm also guessing more durability to an extent, but probably more of the former. Similarly, the thread for the sidewall stitch is brown on the inside, which matches the lining, unlike my other minimalist sneakers, which simply use the same white thread on the inside. Again, goes to show how much thought went into these. In terms of it, I went with my usual EU41. Luckily, I was able to try their shoes in-store, but if you can't, just follow the sizing instructions and you should be able to determine your size. The shoe looks narrow, is narrow, and despite my white feet, feels surprisingly less narrow than its silhouette suggests. I wouldn't wear this if I'm walking all day, but for most desk-bound days, I've got no complaints. Anyway, not sure how I'm gonna style these, so here are some random fits. So, are these Sweyd sneakers any good? Well, if you forget about price for a moment and judge the sneakers for what they are, I guess they're alright. Despite some QC issues, which are mostly aesthetic in nature, I'd say they're still generally well built. True to its name, the suede on this is the nicest thing on this shoe. You've also got a leather-lined interior and Magnum capsules as expected of premium sneakers, a comfortable enough wearing experience, and most importantly, an elegant silhouette, though nothing too different from its competition. That said, even at full price, I still think it's an okay buy if you really like that silhouette and won't be too bothered by any potential imperfections. And if you've made it this far, you'd probably want to check this out too. Until next time, stay subtle.